Boom. Hello. Is it recording? It's recording. How are you guys doing today? It is your boy Zenless Joker, and you already know who's on the opposite side. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Now, this is obviously a recurring face. You guys have seen him before, and if you are new, then well, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Also does some zzzero content, more on the support side. So if you guys are interested in seeing some content that's not the regular, because you know you already got a bunch of channels that does the DPS content. So to see some supports blow up some fields now,
yes,
go check out my brother.
Yes, I do very much like unorthodox kind of team comps, like making supports into damage dealers, stuff like that. Like not stuff that's like super meta, but like stuff that's like more like kind of on the fun side. Yeah. So
for all of your supporting needs, that's where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? But we do have a dev talk. I obviously haven't seen the video, so I don't know exactly what they're talking about, but I believe that it has something to do with the 1-year anniversary coming up. So that's crazy that this game has already been out almost a year.
Right.
Wow.
That's wild.
That means
I actually thought before that it was like already out for a year, but apparently it's approaching that. Gotcha.
Yeah. That means my channel would have been almost out for a year. That's pretty cool. Very good. I'm excited for that. So we're gonna go ahead and hop right in here and see what they're talking about. Maybe we get some multiplayer.
Hopefully.
Ooh, there we go. My bad. The environment stuff they have just looks so nice.
Hello everyone, I'm Y. Welcome to today's Dev Talk. It's been nearly a year since the official release of zzzero, and we like to thank all proxies.
Oh wait. Here, okay, my bad.
Our team would also like to use this opportunity to share with you some of the development progress for version 2.0 and our plans for the future of zzzero.
Come on, English!
In Season 2's story, we will follow the protagonist to a unique area within New Eritol, Wi-Fi Peninsula, which will be the main stage for the story of version 2.0. Wi-Fi Peninsula is a district of the Throne Quarter, near the Lemnian Hollow. The earlier settlers of this region were tasked to monitoring the highly volatile Lemnian Hollow, and the name Wi-Fi is derived from the Cantonese characters for protect and anomaly. From the phrase protection from the anomaly called hollows. Later, an outpost was established here, which then became the city area Phalion Heights. Phalion Heights was built at the top of the cliff, overlooking the bay with its beautiful scenery. This is also an area rich in porcelain, a precious material that's highly resistant to ether corruption. Mining and processing porcelain has thus become the core industry of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Behind this massive industry and its profits, however, lies a tangled mess of factions. Here, we'll gradually unravel the clues we planted throughout the story this fall. For example, Zara's true plans behind the sacrifice and the bringer incidents, the conspiracy behind the mysterious exhaustive, and the truth behind the fall of the old capital, as well as the secrets of the Faison siblings. Meanwhile, our protagonists will encounter agents from various factions and embark on brand new adventures. For example, that way seeker with yellow cape we saw earlier is none other than Yixuan, the current leader of Yunhui Summit. She will make her debut as a key character in Season 2.
Okay, so we get wings?
Unfolds, the protagonists will gradually uncover her mysterious past and become a new disciple of Yunhui Summit. Yixuan will become our steadfast support and guide us in her craft as our mentor, helping us explore the hollows directly. Beside Yixuan, who oversees Yunhui Summit, the defense forces Oboe Squad that we all familiar with.
Yes, sir.
As well as the previously revealed idol faction Angels of Delusion will all be making their appearance in Season 2.
It's about time.
Season 2 teaser trailer to be released on April 13th. More information about the various factions will also be revealed then.
Sunday?
I think so.
Oh, you know we're reacting to that. Hold on. Sunday, yeah, that's light work.
For the content direction of Season 2, we will not just be simply adding more characters and areas. We've been taking feedback from our practice very seriously and incorporated this feedback into our design philosophy, making an adjustment from the ground up. I'll be sharing some of the results with you all during the program. The most noticeable change is in the map design. We've completely revamped the entire map.
I appreciate the English though. That's actually pretty cool. Because the first couple of ones, they weren't speaking English at all.
At the system level,
Yeah.
providing a more fluid and engaging gameplay experience for practice. First, let's talk about the design of the main city area, Beilong Heights. We made the area much larger to ensure comprehensive city functionality while allowing for potential expansion in future versions, while also reducing loading times caused by scene transitions. The new daily system will also be designed to match the local culture and the customs of the Wi-Fi Peninsula area. As a business-savvy video store owner, helping Yunhui Summit manage various aspects of Suibian Temple will also be a part of our new life. This new gameplay features management simulation elements and the new features such as Bamboo Dispatch, integrating residential areas with exploration areas and creating a smoother experience. As for the visuals, with the help and the careful maintenance of the properties, Suibian Temple will gradually be restored to its former glory. Plus, various elements such as holes, scratch cards will take on new forms that match the vibes of Suibian Temple. The frequently mentioned loading issues has also been resolved in Beilong Heights. Previously, due to a limitation in the underlying design, the video store that proxies see from outside along the street does not match the actual size of the video store from within. So, we need a loading screen to bridge the interior and the exterior of the store. In Beilong Heights, however, returning home is no longer a process that requires waiting. Additionally, we've optimized the pathway in Beilong Heights. The function area will be more concentrated, and the path
is that loading screen really that long? I feel like it's not long for me.
And streamlined, ensuring that overall experience will become smoother and more fluid.
Maybe teleport me in there.
Let's take a look at the ancient ruins of the aerospace city located within the Lemnian Hollow. Although the aerospace city has long been devoured by the Hollow, the ether stable area at its edge is
whenever
still
I'm
being
moving
used
to like
mine
different
and produce
spots,
porcelain.
I would
In version
prefer
2.0,
there not
we will
to be-
begin
I
our
would
exploration of
prefer
the
it to be a little bit
Lemnian
more
Hollow
seamless and
from
not
the
have to
edge
be
of
like
the
loading screen
aerospace
to loading
city,
screen to loading screen.
with the past build versions as precious learning experience. Its overall design will be more refined, with larger explorable areas, more robust systems, and more streamlined guidance. One distinct improvement is that after completing their training at Suibian Temple, the proxy siblings no longer needed to return to the video store to access the hollows through the HDD system. Instead, they can now travel more conveniently between Beilong Heights and the aerospace city. The craft they will learn will also be of great help in their future hollow explorations. While we've added new areas, the travel system wasn't just simply expanded upon. In Season 2, we've redesigned the travel system, changing from the original sliding area selection system to a larger map format, while also improving the UI experience. We also added a mini-map
Do we get some footage of that?
along with the navigation features. Proxies can now select their destination more quickly and gain a clear understanding of new Eridu's geographical layout. Regarding plot structure, we've also noticed that since
they're not gonna show us. Damn.
facing stories are relatively independent story units, the current narrative structure results in weaker connections between plot points, resulting in a disjointed viewing experience. In future versions, we will merge special episodes and facing stories together, putting more focus on developing the connection between the various agents and the main storyline. while also deepening the proxies environment. We will also steadily update the main storyline with each version, while ensuring that we do not compromise on its narrative quality. In addition to ongoing gameplay improvement, our team has also been constantly exploring the idea of bringing zzzero to users on more platforms. What I can reveal right now is that zzzero is being prepared for launch on the Xbox platform. We'll share more info with everyone during the upcoming Xbox live stream.
So that X-Boo that they showed, was that real?
The current combat design significantly diminishes the presence of the characters other than the main DPS. What should be a 3-person
Because they released it on April Fool's Day, so everybody's like, oh, okay, you know,
so
funny,
for the character
haha.
combat design in
But
Season
if they're
2,
actually releasing
we will
it for
enhance the
Xbox, I'm
functionality
like, are
and
we actually
performance
getting
of
X-Boo?
non-DPS
I mean,
characters. For example,
I
when
wonder if it's
agents
going to be
are
Xbox
switched out,
exclusive.
they can still remain on
Maybe.
field and
I
contribute
didn't
to
think about
combat.
that. Maybe.
Thus, there's a visual indication of their combat performance, while not affecting the player's control of the on-field agent. Another possibility is adding new attack and defense mechanics for enemies. Specific moves might require specific counter strategies that require teamwork from different characters in your squad. Or in certain special combat areas, enemies can gain certain advantages through specific conditions. Of course,
Yep, that's why
some of
they
these
nerfed.
are
That's why
just
they nerfed Miyabi
preliminary
against
ideas,
Hugo.
while others
yeah.
might make an appearance in the version 2.0 special program. However, the ultimate goal of these optimizations is to enhance overall synergy between characters, elevating both combat and visual experience to the next level.
Okay, so they don't want it to feel like a one-player thing. They want every character in your
To sum up, in our
inventory to
future
feel like they have
development
impact.
plans, we
That's
are
nice, I
aiming
like
to
that.
optimize events in 3 aspects. First, we'll continue improving on existing game modes, such as Grand Muscle Adventure, Bamboo vs. Zzzero, and so on, to make them more fun for players. At the same time, we'll be rolling out more exciting new gameplay. In future versions, we might see casual duels between bamboos, or even get to control a giant bamboo in combat. Besides events featuring our adorable bamboo, we will also introduce some slow-paced, relaxing events to enrich Proxy's everyday life outside of the main story, such as spending joyful moments with agents at hot pot restaurants, movie theaters, and more. We also hope that beyond the intense and thrilling combat events, players can also take a breather to enjoy the lighter story events. Every character is the result of our team's blood, sweat, and dedication. Our team has put in quite a bit of effort to ensure characters are relatively future-proof and have long-term value.
Good.
Showcasing a character's charm isn't just about mindlessly beefing up their stats, while maintaining each character's unique
Corey,
traits
get
to
down.
strategically enhance their unique traits, rather than just simply boosting their damage output. For example, we'll supplement or even rework certain skills and their effects, tailoring them to each character's experience. Besides that, we'll also consider each character's role very seriously.
That's kind of
while
cool though.
strengthening the characters.
Because if
We
a
will
character feels
also
like it's
take
getting
into
power creep,
consideration
they're not going to be one of
their
those games that's all like,
compatibility
oh,
with
well,
other
foreign.
characters.
Well, we made her, so good luck. She's just not going to be
In
playable.
terms of storytelling, we hope
Right.
that
If she
our
feels too
characters,
weak and people
even
say it
those
enough, then they'll
have
probably
already
change
been
their stuff
released,
up.
can showcase their own unique
That's
charm.
good. That is
In
good.
version 1.7, for example, we'll get to see quite a few scenes between Lycan and Hugo. These interactions are crucial for the
man,
character's
Hugo will get
emotional
beat up.
investment in the long run. We hope that every character can find a purpose that belongs solely to them in different corners of New Everton. Although it might be challenging to do this well, we'll continue to work hard to create more meaningful relationships between characters and players, or even take their bond to the next level.
Wow. Wonder what that means.
Wow.
As a new team, we've admittedly fell short in the earlier stage in terms of both narrative and gameplay elements.
Oh, don't say that.
We've been working hard
Right.
to make improvements,
Y'all been doing a great job so far.
continuously
Right.
incorporating feedback from proxies and optimizing our content. Thank you, proxies, for your continued patience, feedback, and support. In future content updates, we will prioritize ensuring content quality and humbly continue to welcome feedback and guidance from our proxies with the utmost respect. We hope Season 2 will bring proxies a more complete and smoother experience. If you encounter any issues with gameplay experience, we hope you will share more feedback through the official community channels. Your feedback and suggestions are crucial for our future content development. See you next time.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on that? What are you thinking?
I think the most exciting thing for me was them. First of all, new area, looks kind of traditional.
Yeah.
Kind of neat. I really like that they touched on the idols, that they actually acknowledged the idols' existence. That's cool. Seeing that was very, welcome, because it was starting to feel like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just not gonna get them or what?
So them actually acknowledging them in something, yeah, that was cool. I really do like the idols. The idols, they have like a cool, bubbly, I really like their designs. Their designs are like super neat. And I'm excited to see how they tie in. How do they tie in? I'm excited to see that, especially with like this new area that's like coming out. So that's fun. I like that they're gonna keep up old characters to kind of not be power crept by the new ones, or have them have a niche, or keep them playable essentially. I think that's really cool to hear. So, because like you said, these characters we made in the beginning, you can use them, but good luck. We're gonna focus on these characters. So I think that the fact that they said that they were gonna keep that up, that's cool. What about you?
That might be my favorite thing that I've heard so far, because me personally, if you guys didn't know, I played Genshin Impact a lot, right? And I played Honkai Impact the Third first, but they had multiple versions of the same character. Genshin Impact, you got one character, whatever that character can do, that is what you got. The thing that I disliked about that was that power creep was a very big issue. You can get a character that you really, really like and everything is cool with them, and then out of nowhere it's kind of like, oh well, we're gonna drop another character that's in the same class as the character you like and is an S rank instead of an A, or a newer S rank if the one you like is an S rank, and then it's like, well, now you kind of, your character that you like to play is just unplayable. You know what I mean? And I kind of hate when games do that, because hell, even right now, it felt, I'm glad that they said that, because it felt like some characters were just a little bit too power crept. It's kind of like, you need this character, and then if you don't have this character, then I guess you can use these other ones. But let's say I'm gonna use Coleta for example. She's a Pyro Impact character. There wasn't really any other one, so if you needed some Pyro stun, she was your go-to. That's who it was. Ever since Lighter came out, Lighter's so much more useful than Coleta is. It's like, I don't personally use Coleta. I used her at the beginning of the game because she was one of my first S ranks, but I have her at C3. And it's like, if I have Lighter, there's not really a purpose of playing Coleta, because Lighter's just that much better. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say if you have the regular A rank Ambi, well, you have Chingy and Trigger now, so it's like, what's the point of using the regular A rank Ambi, because these other characters are so much better that only reason you're using that A rank Ambi is because you really like the character. But then at the same time, you're gonna somewhat get punished for it when you do the tower, trying to rank up in the tower, or if you're trying to get through Shiryu Defense 7 with all S's. It's kind of like, well, some of your favorite characters, if they're not strong meta characters, that's tough. You kind of can't use them, because you're gonna get in there and get crucified. There's not really much you can do. So I really do like that they're gonna see that, and this is I know that they're being very humble here, but I think y'all have been doing a really good job, because anytime there's been a problem that I've seen within the community or something like that, you guys have taken constructive criticism well and have changed it. The TV situations, just general UI, making it easier for the players to navigate throughout the game, to dismantle, to just do a bunch of stuff. You guys have done a lot. You guys have done really good with that, in my opinion. So don't be too hard on yourself. You guys are doing a damn good job, I think. You know what I mean? No game is going to be perfect, and no team is going to be perfect. And y'all said that this is y'all's first thing. I think y'all are doing really good, in my opinion. I have a whole channel dedicated on this. So you're doing something right. You know what I mean? And the fact that I'm still uploading videos means that the game is definitely still interesting. I'm still very interested in it. And like Tuco said, we're gonna see what's up with these. I'm already excited for the idols. I'm always excited for new characters in general. But the fact that we're gonna get the season 2 trailer, like that's like coming up in what they said, the 13th. That's coming up in 4 days.
Or was it the 13th?
I think it was the 13th.
Right.
So like that's Sunday. Like that's close. So now we get to get some answers and get all that type of stuff, because we got kind of a little filler scene with Astrial. And then, well, Oval Squad was they made a little bit more sense because, but the Oval Squad story was side character stories. It wasn't main character stuff. You know what I mean? Like you had to go do the little which is cool, because now we got Ambi, who is
so now we're about to get even more Oval Squad members, I guess.
Yeah, probably more Oval Squad members, and if not that, definitely more things with. I mean, Ambi's the poster girl. We see her; she's the Hoyoverse zzzero mascot. So the fact that now we got Ambi's backstory and Silver Ambi is here now. The fact that they said that they're going to be very big in the beginning of season 2 or in season 2 in general, boom. I still want to see where the idols tie into, because I was thinking somehow they're going to tie into Astrial, but Astrial apparently was her own standalone thing. I don't even know if we'll see her in the. I mean, she's a character in the game, so obviously she's going to help somehow, some way by end game. Right. But in season 2, I don't really see how she's going to help.
Yeah, because like Astrial, her thing was really interesting because she wasn't really tied into the Hollow like at all.
No, not at all.
She really wasn't tied in at all. It was like,
did she go in the Hollow at all? Evelyn did, but not like on nothing crazy.
Did Evelyn go in the Hollow? Like all I remember is that Evelyn was part of that organization. I guess she betrayed them. And she's been hiding that from Astrial. Yeah. Astrial was kind of just like there, and kind of everything was kind of happening around Astrial. And like I guess, but she wasn't, everything kind of happened around her. Like she was there just to perform. Yeah. And then I think that organization was there to try and get her, and also maybe to reveal Evelyn's tea. And Evelyn had to be like, Evelyn obviously had to step in and was like, oh no, you can't, you're not going to get her. I don't know how she is going to tie in the story. I feel like the way she might tie in is through the idols, maybe.
That would be the only way that she can, but like, the fact that her story seems so standalone-ish, if that makes sense. Like, Bellabog Industries, let's use them for example. They're very impactful in the story because they're in charge of most of the infrastructure, if not damn near all of it, across New Eridu. You know what I mean? All these big major companies have big major buildings. Well, who's building the buildings? Who's building these big robots to go do? You know what I mean? They're gonna always be in the story. The Cunning Hairs, well, they were the very first faction you meet. They live on 6th Street. You live on 6th Street. They're the only faction that is pretty much your neighbors, so they're gonna be there. Nicole and Ambi are pretty much the master or the mascots of the game. And then Victoria Housekeeping, especially what's going on with Lycon. Obviously, he has a lot of deeper ties. He knows a lot of those big players, and they always commission Victoria Housekeeping to do stuff. So you're gonna see Victoria Housekeeping along. Sons of Caledon's gonna be interesting because, well, I mean, not everything happens in the city. There's going to be wide scale events and everything like that, and anything that happens outside of New Eridu, well, the Sons of Caledon, Caesar's the overlord of the Outer Ring. It only makes sense for them to be involved. It's like every faction's like involved. I don't know if I missed them. I don't know if I missed them.
I think I'm blanking too.
Other than Oval Squad, which they showed you why they're involved, or the cops. Pretty much the cops in Oval Squad. So Neps, with Zuyon, Chingy, and all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the police, so anybody doing anything illegal, well, the police is gonna have to step in. And it's not even just that, just the police, Oba Squad, and Section 6. I mean, they all kind of, they're all 5-0. So when enemies show up, they're gonna have to show up to defend New Eridu. That just makes sense. But how does Astrial's tie into it? Is my question.
I don't know. I feel like the idols, their little like section is gonna be internet coverage. I feel like they're gonna be like the internet, like social media of like New Eridu. They're gonna cover the news that way because, like you said, the cops are the cops. If stuff's going on, people are gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
Bellabog, they build the buildings.
They infrastructure, everything, pretty much.
Yeah, infrastructure. The Cunning Hairs, they live next to you. They do stuff.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? Oba Squad.
Oba Squad. I just say cops. Oba Squad, NEPS, and Section 6 are all pretty much cops.
Yes, cops. So I feel like the Angels of Delusion, they're gonna be like the social media angle. Since they're idols and they're like social media stars, I feel like they're gonna be like that sort of, but internet like.
What makes things interesting is that they've already been confirmed to be Hollow players. Like they're in the Hollow because of that girl that I guess, I don't know if she doesn't have ether aptitude to go in herself, but she has that robot that goes in the Hollow.
Yeah,
and that was like darn near confirmed to be like, this is what she looks like in the Hollow. So it's like, well, we know they're going to be in the Hollow, but then like everybody else that we've named has a reason to be in the Hollow. What about Astrial and Evelyn? Evelyn's not going to do anything unless Astrial is in danger, so it's not like she's going to really go out of her way to do anything else, because it's just like, well, I'm Astrial's bodyguard, so I'm going to just sit here, and if anything happens to her, I don't want to be not here. And then Astrial is just singing, so it's not like she doesn't really have a reason to be in the Hollow unless it has something to do with Wise and Bell, because that's her homies. So obviously, like, if they needed help, they would, I mean, she would come to help, but like, why would they ask her? And we're not like talking mess about them. I'm trying to figure out
how she ties in.
And I'm sure they're gonna tell us in the story for sure, but we're just brainstorming here because everything else makes sense, but hers doesn't really. She sings, she doesn't really have any reason to be in the Hollow. And Evelyn's just going to be the bodyguard.
Right.
Because she broke away from that kind of like little bandit group that Nicole's sister's in. That's not Nicole's sister. I think it is, but you know.
Right.
What's her name? Rain or something?
Yeah, the resemblance. But we'll get to that.
We'll uncover that. We'll unpack that when we get there, but just know that that's what I'm thinking. But since she left that group, it's like, well, all I gotta do is just watch Astria. I don't know. But music and then idols, both music, it matches, but I don't know how it matches because they're confirmed to be in the Hollow. This group is not in the Hollow, so you know, how does that work?
I feel like there's no way that the idols and I feel like there's no way that the idols and Astrial don't intertwine in some way.
I feel like they know each other for sure. They're in the same business, and Astrial's a superstar. So I feel like they know her, but I don't know if they are gonna actually. They have to, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Is my only thing. I don't know how.
Yeah.
They have to. We won't know until. Yeah, something's gonna have to happen to where maybe they kidnap Astrial or something like that. But then, like, what are we kidnapping Astrial for? Like, what would she be used as collateral for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm the enemy, what do I want Astrial for?
Right.
Because, I mean, Evelyn's gonna go gung-ho in there, but there's not much Evelyn's gonna do by herself. But is that how we're gonna tie them into the story? Is by, that's the only way I could see it. Like, Astrial gets kidnapped. And then now Evelyn has to fight, but she's probably not going to be able to fight by herself. So now I got to come over here to Wise and see if he can help. But at the same time, we were already going over there due to some stuff going on with Section 6 and everything else. So now everybody done tied in together. I just don't know how. I don't know how it's going on. And I still don't even know what's going on with Perlman. Last time I checked, he's still out there in the outer ring with Caesar and them.
Right. I feel like at this point the Sons of Caledon are complete. I feel like every single member of the Sons of Caledon has been revealed, except maybe we'll get Big Daddy. I don't know. I feel like the Sons of Caledon already has a lot.
They have the most
people. Yeah. So I feel like the Sons of Caledon roster might be complete.
I think they got 6.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So
because at first 4 was like the max that I was thinking. They got 6.
Yeah.
Caesar, Bernice, Lucy, Piper, Lighter, and Pultra.
Yeah.
Is that his name? That's 6. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like they're complete. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I think they'd be complete. Maybe Big Daddy.
Yeah. I'm ready for my S rank Nicole. That's what I'm ready for. I want my S rank Nicole.
And I had a video on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're going to probably have more S rank characters than just Ambi.
Mm-hmm,
as far as A ranks that go to S ranks. I think Nicole can be one because I think Nicole has a past that she's not telling us about. That's going to get revealed. And the only reason why I think that is because Rain exists and she looks there's a striking resemblance between Nicole and her, and we know how Rain operates. She operates in the shadows. She does little black market stuff, and it's some like under the like she knows who Evelyn is, and Evelyn's like from this black market crew that, you know what I'm saying. So it's like there has to be something there that you don't just look like Nicole, who's one of the main characters pretty much in the game. You don't just look it's the same thing that happened with Soldier 11. We all were saying that was Ambi's sister before y'all look too similar.
Mm-hmm.
Ambi has one. There has to be. And not to harp too much on it because I know we've been, you know what I mean, it's been a little, what do you call it, but I think Billy's gonna be one of the ones that have an S rank
for sure. Yeah,
because
like a Starlight Knight maybe. The
last talk that Ambi had in that story mode, Billy was like, "Oh, who are you? Hello, cute girl. Have you seen Ambi? Blah 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 blah." And Ambi's like, "Oh, I am Ambi," and they were joking or whatever. And he was like, "Yo, that's kind of cool that you have that outfit. Maybe I should put on my old threads too." And then it just cut off. But it's like his old threads would be the Sons of Caledon finna mess around and have 7 people, bro. Like they finna, because Billy was I forgot the name of the what do you call it? But it's like the Overlord's best fighters. Like Lighter is one, and Billy also was one. So Billy is strong for real. But we just see the goofy side of Billy, just like we saw the kind of goofy side of Ambi. But then you see what the serious side of Ambi looks like. So I wonder how Billy's serious side's gonna look like. You know what I mean? Like we might get that all black biker jacket, and maybe this man. You know what I'm saying? Like it might get for real.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think for the next like S rank upgrade, I definitely think Billy's gonna be next. I would like Nicole to be after, but I do realistically think that Billy is gonna be next.
Probably, because he said something. Because Nicole hasn't said anything, but I think that Rain's gonna have to. They're showing Rain too much for her to just be some random side character. You know what I mean? And she's usually around 6th Street, from my knowledge. And Ambi and Nicole are also 6th Street. I don't know. Which is interesting. It's interesting because remember when we had to go save Rain? Wasn't Ambi and Billy and all them there? And Nicole?
I don't remember.
When we had to go save Rain, and there was in the Twin Towers when you first fought the twins, the little ballerina twins. That's when you saw Victoria housekeeping for the very first time.
Oh.
We were saving Rain. Yeah. Billy and them were there. And so was Nicole. I don't remember if those two ever interacted.
I don't remember either, but that I do remember.
Interesting. We on to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We already 1 for 1. I already called out Soldier 11. Y'all couldn't do that. But regardless of that, that was pretty much our little reaction. Thank you guys for coming in, stopping by, and hearing us yap for a little bit. If you guys have any theories, or if you guys are excited for season 2, that's going to be coming out pretty soon, I believe, because Trigger's banner is only like 10 days left, like 12-10, so it's less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks, we getting back to the story for real. Hopefully gonna get Vivian and them people soon. We saw a homegirl with wings, looks really nice. If you guys are excited, drop a like, hit a subscribe, and you know what I mean. Tuco, take it away.
And we'll see y'all on the 13th.
Oh yeah, well, Friday 13th. And the 13th.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Friday for the Xbox thing. We're gonna give y'all a reaction to that because they might give us some information we don't know. Who knows? But the 13th, oh yeah, we're gonna be locked and loaded. So, love y'all. Catch y'all later. Peace.
Bye.